What's up guys, it's your buddy AmRepDude499 and today is my channel's 4th anniversary. This year I decided to do something different for my anniversary video. I decided you guys should get to know me a bit better. So here's my first ever Q&A. Prepare for a somewhat long video as there was absolutely no shortage in questions. Thank you for all your support guys. Let's have fun. First up we have LA Trashman who asked, will you ever start a collection of rare AV carts? I would love to have a collection of rare AV carts. If there was any carts that AV had that were really rare. We got WMX Cascades, but those aren't really that rare. I'd like to have a collection of carts from other companies though. Next we have Trashman Daniel who asked a bunch of questions, so I'm going to spread them through the video. He asked, if you had your own trash company, what carts and trucks would you buy? I really haven't thought about carts, but probably the cheapest option. Yell at me now. For the trucks, I'd probably buy AmRep ASLs on top of a Pete 520, MRU Bridgeports for AFL, MRU McNeilus RLs, and Peterbilt 567 AmRep roll-offs. I'd love to buy some Heil or McNeilus ASLs, but it's tough to get parts, so I guess I just put more of the business aspect into this question. South LA Refuse asked, if you were to film Burtec, what truck would you want to film? I actually really want to film Burtec 101501. That truck is technically a sister unit of some of our yards max. It almost ended up here, but it ended up in Palm Desert, which Burtec bought out. So that's how that truck ended up in whatever their colors are. WM of SoCal asked, what carts from AV do you wish you had? An old Arkland Brothers Zarn, like the one you see right here, would be awesome. Arkland Brothers or Palmdale Disposal used to run in Palmdale before WM took over, and they had these Zarns, and there is a few left. Unfortunately, most aren't in great shape, and this one you see here is way across town, so I can't go get it. Contra Costa Waste asked me, what is your favorite chassis and cab combo? Definitely the classic Mack LE AmRep Octo combo that I followed for so many years. I love those trucks. Next up, we have Mendo Carts and Refuse who asked, if you could film in another state, which state would you film in? Any state but this one, because let's face it, California really isn't awesome anymore. This next question was asked by both Midwest trash trucks and Fresno garbage trucks. It's, what made you get into this industry? Because, you know, I love these trucks since I was very little, and at the time I was in a spot where I just wanted to prove to the people who hated me that I'm more than you know. It was a desire of mine to express myself. I'll explain how it all came together in the next question. One of my friends from a long time ago, Sophia, asked me, what made you decide to make a YouTube channel? Now, like I said in the last question, it was part of a desire to want to express myself, but it's a funny story how that desire actually came about. My nephew had just made a channel and basically talked me into creating one by betting $5. Whoever had more views at the end of the month gets the $5. It wasn't actually my idea at the time to keep it going after that month, because even though I had a desire to show myself, I wasn't overly keen at the idea because it seemed like a lot of work. And I eventually won that bet, much to his surprise, and decided, hey, this is pretty cool. And I keep going with it because I had a lot of fun doing it. Even 4 years later, I just love how something I created can be viewed by hundreds of people. Fresno Garbage Trucks actually had another question, and that was, what is your favorite truck and why? Without a doubt, it was 101499. It was on my route for basically my whole life up until October 2017, where it was taken out of service. Something about that truck in particular just made it my favorite. Trashman942 asked, what are your future plans? I will say is at this point, it does involve getting around a lot more than I used to. Within the next week, I actually am going somewhere, so be sure to stay tuned. We got an even better 4 years ahead is all I can say. Next up, we have Eric Alfaro Productions who asked, which garbage truck do you like most from LA's North Central District, and why? Now, there's a couple of ways I could see you asking this question, so I'm going to answer them both. The first one is, my favorite truck you have filmed personally is the dual fuel 36526, because I really like the way that one revved. My favorite truck as a whole from LA's North Central District has got to be those 2000s Mini Amerauts, as they sound awesome and they run pretty good for their age. I would love to film one of those one day. Next up, we have Antelope Valley Refuse, who asked a question that's not really refuse industry related, but I'm happy to answer. Why do the Padres suck? Now, I'm pretty sure this question is directed at Mendo Karts and Refuse, but they suck because they're literally named the Dads in Spanish, and just like a dad, their chance of a World Series title left years ago. Now that's a burn if I've ever seen one. Some of these channels ended up giving me more than one question, and from this point on in this Q&A, it's just going to be channels that gave me more than one question. So, Mendo Karts and Refuse asked me, what is your favorite truck you've seen on Instagram or YouTube in NorCal? Now, I have no idea if this is what you consider NorCal, but I really like that green Recology Howl 7000 that you and SoCal Garbage Trucks filmed. Contra Costaways asked another question too, and that is, what is your favorite cart? I really don't have a favorite cart. I guess this is better time than ever to admit that I really don't pay that much attention to cars. In fact, I only really know the ones in AV. But I'm just going to say Auto Classic because I do really like the way those look. WM of SoCal asks, what is your favorite cart that you have? At the time of this recording, I only have 3, so I'm just going to go ahead and go with my 96-gallon Blue Rary. And that's mainly because the axles are screwed up on the other 2, so that one's just easier to roll out. Now, Trashman Daniel, I guess, thought it'd be pretty hilarious to just interrogate me, so he ended up asking a total of 5 questions. I answered one earlier in the video, so I'm just going to answer the last 4 here to end out the video. And they were, who was the first trash filmer you started watching? Are there any fully automated cascades around you? If you could bring back any truck and operate it, what would it be? And what trucks have you operated? The first filmer I started watching was this guy right here. George Was Here. I think that's how you say his name. The classic Garbage Trucks Part 1 and 2 videos were the first videos I ever watched. Yes, there are a few fully automated cascades around me. In fact, I literally have a lid from one in my backyard. There's the picture. Unfortunately, there are so few that I don't know I could ever snag more than the one piece I have. If I could bring back any one truck and operate it, it'd definitely be 11499. I don't think that answer is going to be a surprise to most people, but it just seems like such a fun truck to operate, especially on days where it got 6-second dump cycles. That's pretty fast. Last but not least, we have, what trucks have you operated? I have operated some WM routes, but I won't mention which ones for the safety of the driver's job. I have also operated several of the LA Bureau of Sanitation AMRAPs they set out at the open houses each year. But that's obvious. Thank you so much to everyone for all your questions and continued support of my channel on YouTube. It's been a great 4 years, which is honestly hard to believe. This channel has improved me a lot socially, as well as given me something to do. It's always nice when the human body can find something to do that its owner actually likes enough to keep going for 1,460 days to be exact. That's a good chunk of time, and I have no plans on quitting anytime soon. Thanks for watching.